Something I wanted to briefly talk about. I tried to bring it up in the last video and totally forgot. Imagine that. Well, I showed y'all this so that I could talk about this. Can y'all see that? That's a copy of the Velvet Underground's White Light, White Heat, a very popular album by this band. And, I think I need to turn my car off. Yeah, turn it off. I don't know if it's overheating or what. Is that what it means when it starts flashing? Mm-hmm. Let's look it up. This is what the instruction manual is for, right? Okay, we can't get distracted though. We're gonna do this, but we're still gonna talk about what we're trying to talk about. So how do I balance my love for the Velvet Underground with my love for Jesus Christ and the Holy Trinity and the Orthodox Church? How do I balance that, considering the fact that rock and roll and organized religion are like polar opposites, okay, in relation to motives, maybe? Motives, not necessarily states of mind, though, because I feel like rock and roll is trying to accomplish a similar thing that organized religion is trying to accomplish. You're trying to feel like more in touch with yourself, okay? And I think that the whole purpose of music, now I do think that there's like a very demonic element to rock and roll, and it's very much controlled, and the whole counterculture movement was a bunch of bullshit, much like every single movement that goes nowhere. It's just a bunch of people that don't really have much direction in their life, that are just being used by the elite to, you know, distract people from what's really going on. That's what all the movements are. But anyway, I think it's in the back. Just look it up in the index. Okay, what was it? The, what do you call that thing? The temperature gauge. The temperature gauge, right. No, but it's the coolant system. Coolant system. Okay. All right. Oh, fuck this. I feel retarded right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna flip the page until I find it. I'm the type of person that takes a long time to do things, okay? But hey, at least it's funny, right? Right here. Coolant temperature gauge. Well, there was no warning light. It's just the thing was flashing, I guess, because it was either going down or going up. Oh, shit. I think it's fine, though. Obviously, you know, I turned it off, so it's fine. But anyway, the car didn't explode, it's fine. So, how do I balance my love for things that are debaucherous and, I guess if you look at it from a certain lens, it would probably be seen as demonic. You know, rock and roll and, you know, a lot of the stuff that they push on us, you know, whether it's music, movies, television, commercials, all this stuff that we buy, the products that were sold, the people, the celebrities, the musicians, the athletes, the actors, the politicians, they're all celebrities. It's all demonic, okay? But as long as you know that and you understand that, I think that you can still enjoy certain aspects of it and see the good in it without being, consumed by it and overtaken. And I think that's the issue. You have like a lot of these deadheads that will go to all these concerts, and it's like, I'm sure that there were many of them that were doing it for the whole experience of it. But then it's like you get lost in that. And I know that with like a lot of those bands and a lot of those drugs and that whole lifestyle, it's like you can just get completely caught up in the oblivion of the experience. You know what I'm talking about? I get it. Trust me, I get it. I've kind of studied it from a distance because, like, I've always had an experience doing everything, so I don't need LSD for that. Thanks, but no thanks. As fun as it is, it's like I read about these people that said that in the 60s and 70s they dropped like thousands of hits of whatever. I hear the same thing about ecstasy, and those people are still alive. I memean, Jerry Garcia, like, he kicked it for quite a while considering the damage that he did to his body. But I think about that a lot, and how, we could be like chasing after a particular experience. And I think that that's sort of the thing that music promises people. And that's definitely something that's very popular in our culture in America, because, people just want an escape so bad. Well, I think that religion does the same thing too, because religion just sort of ties you to that, the whole purpose of our existence, like figuring out what we're supposed to do on this planet, figuring out that we're children of the Lord and that we're supposed to, chase the gift that we have, rather than like the false promises that people, sell us. So I understand that music can, I see it for what it is. I see the surface of it. That's all it is. Music is just the surface. Like, yeah, you can experience it and you can have like what seems like, music can definitely put you in a seemingly drug-addled state. You don't need drugs to get to that point. But if it does that, then there is a demonic element to it. That's why a lot of people say that about yoga. So I think that a lot of people are afraid of what they don't understand. And if it opens doors to, hell, yeah, I can understand why that would be bad. I mean, pornography does the same thing. So it's just, if you know what it is, though, if you know that it's an idol, then you're going to be very, very careful. So that's how I do it. That's how I balance these things out. I don't get too lost in these things anymore. And, it's weird. The whole time I was drinking alcoholically, it was like I knew how bad it was. Like, I could see myself, dying. So, I have this amazing gift of being self-aware to the point that it's just nauseating. Like, I don't even enjoy myself. And I think that's why I drank so much, because I was trying to destroy that. But, it turned off my conscience, but it still didn't turn off my self-awareness. So I was just aware that I was being bad the whole time, and I lied to myself, and I thought it was cool, and I thought I was this rebel badass because I was lifting liquor bottles from some mom and pop shop while I wanted to pretend that I was taking down the man. I was taking down the big wig corporations, and I think that a lot of the people that are living right now, especially people on the left, like, are doing that very thing. They're just telling themselves that they're fighting the good fight, and unfortunately, you have way too many people that think that. But I think that's why God put me in America.